Hello and welcome back. Right, make yourself a cup of tea, sit yourself down, we need to talk. Once upon a time, a lady gave birth to a baby. A beautiful, perfect baby. The baby was tiny, fragile, innocent. All the baby needed was love, milk, to sleep and for someone to keep them clean. They had no ill intentions, no greed, no jealousy, no anger, no hatred. All they needed was to eat, sleep and shit. And you know what? That baby was you. Right, look at you. Your life's stagnant, you look a mess, you feel awful, you're all over the place. What are we going to do with you? You obviously need help, don't you? Well, you've come to the right place because that's what I intend to do. I went into recovery, I was a mess and I needed help. I needed help from anywhere I could get it. And on the basis of that, I want to help you. That's my oath to you. I've got around 1,000 subscribers at the moment, and if every single one of you email me, and my email address is in the description below, I will answer personally every email for any kind of help or advice that you need. Obviously, if the numbers rise too much, I'll have to rethink that because it won't be manageable. But for now, I swear that to you. Okay, and if you hang around till the end, I'm going to show you a video that I took of myself about 4 years ago, just before I started getting my arse in gear. And I look at it sometimes just to remind myself of how hopeless and how pitiful I was. So I'm guessing that if you're watching this video, you're in a bad place, like, I don't know, Doncaster or a squat or something like that. And you want to do something about it. So bravo, I salute you. I'm going to sit here while you make yourself a cup of tea and we can discuss this, okay? No, actually, I'll turn the video off because it's bad for my audience retention. Okay, well, great, you're back. Now, what you're about to embark on is truly going to change your life for the better. In a fairly short space of time, you're going to see really good improvements. It might seem a bit mountainous, but you absolutely can do it. And I'm going to break it down for you into 5 bite-sized chunks. Number 1 is keep life simple. Right, at the moment, you're pretty hopeless and you're pretty fragile. So, as far as I'm concerned, if all you do for the day is wake up, sit around in your gym jams, and go back to bed again and you haven't used, that's a successful day. That's one day that you've got out of the way that's clean. Now, I know that's not always going to be practical for everybody, but what I'm saying is keep it simple. The less you do, the better. Get a few clean days out of the way. That's utmost importance. For now, a good day is a clean day. Number 2, join NA or CA or AA. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. I was a bit reluctant to start with, a bit shy, a bit fragile, didn't know what to expect. So I just downloaded the app, looked for a meeting and I went to one. There's meetings everywhere, every town, every city. I mean, in fact, they're all around the world. Now, I really recommend this. It changed my life. I went to lots all around the country and you meet people from all walks of life. I went to meetings in Chelsea where there was posh people. I went to meetings in Soho where there were rent boys and prostitutes. I went to meetings all over the country and I met all sorts of people, and it really gets you in gets your life in some kind of perspective. And you know, you get met with a smile and a hug by people with various. You meet people that have been clean for 20 years, and you get people that have been clean for 20 minutes. Now, it might seem a bit weird at first, but I strongly recommend it. Just give into it. Just go with the flow, and it will help you. I'm going to do a whole video on the NA at some stage of the game, but for now, just give it a try. Number 3 is exercise. Personally, I joined the gym when I first started getting clean because I was sleeping in my van and I needed somewhere to have a shower. That was my main motivation for it. But it really helped. It's, apart from the obvious health benefits, it helps you mentally as well. It gives you a different focus. Now, the gym isn't for everybody, and I know full well that not everybody can afford it. But exercise is really beneficial. Go for a run, go for a walk, do some press-ups or some sit-ups indoors. All of this will help you. Okay, pop pickers, now we're at number 4. Number 4 is make a gratitude list. Actually go out, get a notepad and pen and write down a list every day of 5 things that you're grateful for. Now, those of you who are going, I ain't doing that, that's ridiculous, what a stupid thing to do. You are the ones that need to do it the most. The idea is that at the moment you're negative and crap and we need to sort that out. So what you do, you go around looking for things that are good in your life. Maybe it's a friend who's letting you crash on their settee. Maybe it's your mum whose life's in turmoil while she's watching your life go down the pan. Maybe it's a family member. Maybe it's the love of your children. There's lots of things it could be. And if you can't think of anything, go with the air that you breathe. Looking for the positives in your life instead of the negatives will definitely help you. And just remember, it's your ego that got you where you are at the moment. So kick that into touch. And number 5 is be prepared to do whatever is necessary. There's a saying in NA which goes like this: you only need to change one thing, everything. In the early stages, you're going to need to be very strict with yourself. Remember point number 1, keep it simple. Like, don't be going to the pub, you don't be thinking you can go to the pub and see your mates, but you're only going to drink fizzy water. Don't be going around your friends' houses, the ones that you use. In fact, I would recommend telling your friends beforehand what your intentions are. Some of them won't like it, but that's crab mentality at its best. And if you don't know what crab mentality is, this is crab mentality. Imagine a bucket full of crabs. When one of them tries to climb out of the bucket, the other ones grab hold of the crab and pull it back down again. And in my experience, if your friends really are your friends, they'll actually be pleased for you. And when you've got some clean time behind you, they'll probably come looking to you for some inspiration. Yes, you. Hopeless old you. Now, there's also a 6th point. Pray to your God. I know some of you might be atheists, or some of you have got very little faith, and life will do that to you, but I strongly recommend that. I won't harp on about religion, but I must say at this point that I'm a Christian, and my Christian faith has really helped me immensely. And I strongly recommend that if you have a God, whoever it is, get on your knees and pray to him. I'm just saying. Okay, so that's pretty much it for now. In the next video, I'm going to talk about what happens next, pitfalls and trip hazards. So for now, get on your skateboard and head in a straight line forwards. Don't look backwards and down, and don't try and do anything fancy. No tic-tacs and shit. We don't want any grazed knees, and we don't want any bruised buttocks. So, okay, you glorious misfits, you've got this. I'll see you next time.
Anyway, right, so I'm sitting in this tree house, right, and I just drunk a mushroom shake, and I've had a joint, and it's not like me, but I'm on holiday, right, and I got chatting to this Australian geezer, and you'll never guess what his name was. Travis. Anyway, nice fella he was. We got chatting, and all of a sudden there was an uncomfortable silence, and all I could hear was crickets. Just crickets, 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 cheep, cheep. And I thought, any second now, George Michael's going to jump up and go, "Let me take you by the hand and welcome you to Wonderland."